At some point in time, across seconds might have not happened. We really started doubting ourselves that why will people listen to our music? Why? There are no vocals. Is this the right step to take? Karan and I were deciding that we need to probably look at some different avenues. But then it all comes down to how much we like doing music, and that's all there is.
It's going to be the first album of all of our lives that we've done, which seemed like a very distant dream when we actually started thinking about it, when we started like considering the fact that we're going to make a band. It seemed like a distant dream that yeah, we'll play an album, we'll play a show that is sold out, we'll do album launch gigs across the country. It was a thought, was an idea that we had from day one, but the possibility and the probability of it coming and us being a few hours from the stage and releasing our album is just brilliant.
ये वाला पैड ना थोड़ा लाउड होना चाहिए इससे.
Now check. Yeah. I'm a live sound engineer. I mix the boys live whenever they are performing, wherever they are performing. I met the boys before the band was formed. Musically, everyone is very sorted. The best thing about the band is these guys are open to suggestions, these guys are open to experimenting with stuff, and they want to do things, you know.
I played a big part in forming Across Seconds. And nobody met me, I met everyone.
This fucker is preparing this.
So there's one member in our band who doesn't live on Earth. He's constantly traveling, that's Kiran Kadadekar. So Kiran is the only guy who's talking off topic every time. We always ask him about his intergalactic adventures.
These three people had a band, and I was playing with other bands. One day Karan just told me that me and Swar are thinking of, you know, dissolving the other band they had and starting with a new band, and they wanted a bass player for that. So yeah, so they just called me, they just and we just jammed one day. I still remember we started with me starting a very instrumental or very spacey riff, and then Swar playing over that and Karan joining it later.
Kiran was a later part, but then Kiran the cutest, so anyone can bond with him. I knew Dhawal since 2011. We used to do some college gigs or corporate shows. He's a quite chill guy.
Across Seconds, as of today, is around 2.5 years old. And the first song that we wrote was T-10. And 2 years back, it sounded completely different what you listen to it on the record. We have this one rule in the band where if one of us doesn't like a part or maybe a lick or a drum part, if one of us don't like it, then we just chuck that whole part. And while recording Four Lightyears from home, like the journey, we had a couple of songs lined up to be part of Four Lightyears from home, but towards the end, we actually had different songs altogether, like completely new songs. And that was just because within those 2 years of our playing together, we have developed into better musicians. And while recording Four Lightyears from home, we were at our best and we wanted to give our best.
The recording started in 2017 after we won the Parks Band Hunt. So yeah, we were actually composing in the recording, which took more time. So yeah, that is how it took 2 years to come, to bring this album out. But I think it's worth it. And so the concept was first developed by Swar. Swar was in my classes in 11th and 12th standard. And one day I found this fair-looking guy wearing a Megadeth t-shirt, and I totally judged him for that. I thought that's he might be a Gujju boy and he doesn't know what he's wearing. So I went and approached him and I asked him, dude, do you listen to Megadeth? And he gave me this wild look. We both were judging each other that moment. So yeah, that is how then we discovered, oh, there's someone who listens to my sort of music.
I think, like, unlike other bands, Across Seconds has never undergone any sort of lineup changes. And because of that one of the reasons being that since it has never undergone any lineup change, what has happened is that the different personalities that we used to be when we started the band has kind of blended into one entire entity, and like the four of us together are Across Seconds. Everything just kind of falls into place right now where we know what the thoughts are and how to approach musically, and it has been a constant progress wherein I've seen each and every member develop flawlessly and like achieve this one level where they are absolutely brilliant at what they're doing. And as a person, I just feel proud that this band and this album has turned out the way it has. One of the main reasons being that everyone else, like while everyone else also possesses the ability to talk and the correct diction and oration to do exactly the same thing as I do, I think that I'm not as shy as they are, and I'm a talkative person in general, because of which they've actually put me on the forefront because I talk anyway.
He talks a lot and he loves talking. I don't know, he can just make up things and he can make it sound really legit. You know, stuff that are lies maybe.
Swar is the most annoying guy in the band. Though he's a frontman, he handles that job very good, but his jokes are the saddest jokes. He laughs himself sometimes on his jokes. But Swar is a big vibe kill on top of the, yeah. Sometimes he talks when he doesn't need to talk, like in the album launch gig, where he abused a lot. My mom did not like it, but he was nervous. Swar was nervous that day.
We are Across Seconds. First and foremost, I'd like to thank you all you guys for coming out here. It means so fucking much to us. Thank you so much.
The album launch was also, so I wanted every one of us to perform on the same stage. I think no one is replaceable in the band because everyone has their own proper place in the band that they fill. So I would say I'm very lucky to have two families in my life. One is my family and one is the band.
As far as the band is concerned, I'm extremely emotionally attached to the band.
It was my, I don't know, it was like my 100th post on Instagram where, you know, I thanked everyone. And the first thing that I thanked was Across Seconds. So we are not just bandmates or friends, we are family. Apart from music, we share a lot. We travel together, we have these yearly, you know, trips planned. And I think it's obvious if they need any one of us, we can just fly from anywhere. Because it's not something that, you know, you don't care. It's something very close to our hearts. And
we can't live without each other.
That's been a dream. You guys have been awesome. Thank you so much. Thank you everyone for having us here. You guys are amazing.